Do you want to talk a little bit about what you guys specialize in? Because we work together, for
Mhm.
full disclosure. And
Yes.
prior to us working together, I didn't know what. Well, actually, prior to meeting you, once I met you, I kind of got my head around it. But
Yep.
prior to meeting you, I'd never heard of passive homes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell everyone listening a little bit about what a passive home is? And for those who haven't heard of it before,
But yeah, so we specialize in high performance passive house construction. Marketing, as you know, is tricky because, many people haven't heard of a passive house. So what do you put on your banner? Is it high performance custom homes? Because people resonate with that. So a passive home is basically a high performing home, which accounts for there's 5 elements to it. There's thermal insulation. You've got to make sure your building envelope is tight. Your high performance windows, you can't just use any style of window. That has to be a certified window from certain manufacturers. It has to have air tightness layer. So
when you say certain window manufacturers, are they do they become credited?
no, they just have to perform. So they have to be airtight. It depends.
Economically, like they have to be weatherproof,
No, they have to be like thermal bridge free. So they
thermal
can't.
bridge free. Okay.
So you can't put a aluminium window in because it's going to heat up through the frame and it's going to transfer the heat from the outside of the frame when the sun heats it into the building.
So thermal bridge free means no
Transfer.
transfer of any temperature.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. A little something.
There you go. That's one of the elements. So same thing as if you have a fancy high architectural house that's got structural steel spanning from the inside of the home outside, that's a thermal bridge. So you can't have that because obviously the sun would heat that
And
or
then
cool
feeds
it,
through, yeah.
and it transfers through and it will create a dew point or.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, it's more expensive to build a passive home
Yes,
than it would be
is.
a standard home.
Yes, it is. About between 15 and 30% more
Yeah,
expensive
so
upfront.
Here I am. I'm like, oh, I'm interested in passive home. What, 20%, 30%? What's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you tell someone to build a passive home?
Comfort is the first point. You'll have a 2-degree temperature difference from your toes to your ceiling.
Yeah.
So most homes may have a 10-degree difference there. You have no drafts.
From toe to ceiling, 10 degrees.
2 degrees, and most homes could be 10. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mm.
Imagine that. Down here it's 30, but up there 20.
Mm. Yeah.
That's huge.
Or other way around. It'll be hotter up than the ceiling, but yes.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Heat rises. I'm picking up.
I
what
do
you're
with
putting down.
marketing, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So the comfort, the noise. You get no noise, no dust. You got clean, filtered, fresh air. So it becomes attractive if someone in your family is suffering from, say, hay fever or anything like that. It filters the air. So I've heard, I don't suffer from hay fever, but some people would have it. That's extremely bad day on hay fever, whatever's grass is blowing around, and then within 10 minutes of them being home in their passive house, it's gone.
Yeah.
So there's that, and also the pollutants, the smoke, all that stuff gets filtered through.
Yeah. So, is there a balance at some stage? So, say if you're building a passive home, they're generally energy efficient. Is that effectively what you're going for?
Yes.
So, is there elements that you get to 5 years down the track and the extra 30% that you've invested in the house has paid itself back yet?
Yes,
or
definitely.
like, is there a time? How do you do? Because
do
people look at that?
This is a great question, and I've been trying to get a metric for this.
Yeah.
So it's you got to have a before and after, ideally. So an ideal, analysis would be on a existing leaky home, which would have average Australian home would have 30 air changes per hour, and a passive house you'd want it at 1 air change per hour. Okay, or if a new build would be 0.6 air changes per hour.
Air change is a change in temperature?
No, the air changing in the room per hour.
Oh, like in and out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So basically, give you an example on the average size passive home would have the amount of gaps combined throughout the whole house would be basically a credit card size combined amount of combined gaps throughout the home.
So there's quite a fair bit of work that needs to go into it.
Yeah.
In order to make it, almost airtight.
Yeah, all your services that penetrate the building, all the wires, all the plumbing.
Yeah.
Everything, the floor.
Even like when you're wrapping the building, say in insulation and putting your windows in, I imagine any gaps between your frames and all that sort of stuff, they've got to be
that's
sealed.
Correct. Yeah, we pressure test it with a blower door test
on
a positive and negative pressure at 50 pascals of pressure. So that's a fan.
So that's
that would
before.
replace.
And what point do you do the test before plaster?
Yeah, multiple tests. So we'll do it once we do the external wrap. So we wrap the roof and the walls and the floor if needed. Depends what floor system, if it's a slab or on a subfloor.
Mhm.
And then we will put a blower door in there to test the external wraps, and it'll leak at this stage, but we can identify it if there's any gaps at that stage. Then we put the windows in, we test it again, and then we will do the rough it all in, put the insulation, do the air tightness test it again after the air tightness layer is on, and then that's when it should perform really well. And then once it's all plastered and finished at handover, we'll test it again.
Yeah, there you go. So it's not just a matter of putting in better insulation or putting solar or
No,
you know, or putting a rainwater tank, and then go, oh, I've got an energy efficient home.
Yeah, there's a saying, here the energy standard we have is a NATHA's rating. We have, a 7-star is the minimum, pushing to 10-star. A passive house, a basic passive house will blow a 10, 12-star NATHA's rating house out of the water.
Yeah, there you go.
No problem. Yeah. So a water tank to flush your toilets contributes to your energy rating here. It's got nothing to do with the energy rating.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, they perform really well. Every house we've built, the clients just love it.
All right. So if you use a rainwater tank to flush your toilets, that contributes to the energy rating,
Correct.
but it doesn't change how much energy you use at all.
No.
What?
That's,
So why does it contribute to the?
it's on the metric. It's on the.
I don't know if
It's from a level of resourcefulness for the dwelling. Like back in the day, this is going back many years. If you put a rainwater tank in your property, the council would fine you.
I do remember
Yeah,
this.
they would fine you. It's like, what are you doing putting, still
catching
water?
our water.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Still water. It's like it's it's still water. It's just sitting there. It's stagnant. It breeds, disease, all this sort of stuff. You can't have that. Whereas now it's like you build a new house. You can't build a new house without a rainwater tank.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they do like on-site water detention and rainwater tanks is so they don't have to upgrade their service
Mm-hmm.
coming into the house.
Yeah.
So they don't have to put new pipes in the streets. No, you keep the water on your site so we don't have to upgrade our shit.
Yeah, and make the client pay for it.
Yeah, exactly right. And
Yeah.
if they do have to, they
Yeah.
make sure someone pays for it.
But if you crack the footpath, you're going to pay for it. The builder.
Well, absolutely. So, yeah, it would contribute that you're using less water and you're retaining the water on site if you're using it to flush toilets. Like it will contribute to energy overall, but as a metric, it probably doesn't.
No, so you can't have certain things in passive homes. Lighting is important, but on an average home, lighting contributes to your energy bill maybe 20%. So it's not a huge area. It's what appliances you're running, how many kilowatts per hour per room, per
20,
size.
light makes 20% of your bill.
So if you
not even be less than.
Turn the lights off.
what if you like
Turn these lights off.
turn the neon sign off?
Yeah.
No, only leave the neon sign
It's
on.
17 beer fridges you got running here, Robbie.
I wish.
What are you saying? Oh, so let's just say I want a passive home,
Mm-hmm.
but I also want to watch my 90-inch plasma TV that sucks the life out of the electricity grid. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you have that too?
Of course. Well, you have offset. There's passive house plus, there's passive house plus, which basically means it doesn't use any energy, and it makes more energy than it's using.
Yeah, wow, that's
So it
interesting.
feeds back to the grid.
Feeds back, yeah,
So it actually makes you money
yeah,
because you get paid when you feed the grid.
yeah.
It's not much.
They don't.
They give you
It's
nothing now.
it does
Cents on the
fuck
dollar.
all.
Yeah, 2 parts are nothing now, but yeah.
Oh, has it dropped down more, has it?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not even worth it.
When I built my first house in Hillsville many years ago, I got it locked in at 66 cents.
66.
6 cents.
Wow.
They would buy it off me for 66 cents, and then I would buy it back off them at night time for 24 cents. So I was making money just off a simple solar system. Now I think they will.
Yeah, like 6 cents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they probably buy it off them for 50 cents. I don't know what it is now. But
Daylight robbery.
yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
but Hillsville, they probably didn't have electricity back then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why.
that was
Yeah,
just-
I had a horse and
Like,
cart
they're like,
yeah,
"Oh,
horse
what's
and
this?"
cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like,
On a
what is
wheel.
this, man? This is amazing.
on a wheel.
Yeah. If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.